I have a foolproof way of making your wardrobe fit your individual needs. It's called a functional clothing matrix, and it's something that you can do right now. You see, a lot of people can feel like fashion is an unnecessary hassle because who really wants to spend precious time looking through the same clothes that you know is in your closet just to pick out an outfit that's underwhelming? But there's probably an underlying reason why your wardrobe feels like that. Well, that's gonna change. And no, not because you're about to spend a bunch of money to change it. I mean, unless you want to. But what I'm about to teach you doesn't require you to spend a dime. What is good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm TDS Ryan, and here we talk all things fashion to help you improve your overall style and confidence. But first, let's do a fit check. Got the Lab Culture hoodie on by Jayhawk, camo pants with the paint accents from Minimal LA. On feet, we got the, I'm gonna just call them Citrus, because I still don't know what these is called, but the Citrus Jumpman Jacks, the Chicago Cub Fitted by Birding Chicago, and the eyewear by my optometrist because I can't see worth a damn. So let's start with something that we've all felt before. That moment when you're standing in front of the closet and everything just starts to blend together. Same t-shirts, same pants, same combinations that you've worn 100 times. And even when you try to switch it up, it still feels like the same thing that you wore yesterday. It's called wardrobe fatigue. And the problem isn't that you don't have enough clothes, it's that your wardrobe has fallen into repetition. You're recycling looks instead of rotating purposefully. Think of the functional clothing matrix like a corporation. You're the CEO. We gotta start with our foundation, AKA our essentials. Now, our essentials are gonna be the strength of our workforce. We're also gonna have more essentials than we have anything else in our closet because every strong corporation has a strong workforce. So our essential pieces are gonna be things like t-shirts, socks, jeans, neutral colored hoodies and sneakers, button downs, and boots. Now, all these are essential because they make up the key pieces in our wardrobe. You can literally style everything around these pieces. So if they have old stains, rips, tears, fades, if they're off color unintentionally, toss them. That being said, you're probably gonna need to audit the ones that you already have. You should be able to ask yourself these 4 questions. Are my essentials in good condition? Do they represent who I am now? Do they fit me well? And do they make me feel confident? If you can't say yes to all 4 of those questions, you gotta get you some new worker bees. By focusing on your essentials, you're ensuring that your wardrobe is built on a solid foundation, making it easier to incorporate statement pieces and transitionals, which we'll cover later in this video. I talk about tips like this and more in the TDS Style Digest, which is my fashion newsletter to help you stay locked in. It's completely free, and the link will be in the description if you want to sign up. Now, if I've taught you anything so far, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button because it really helps out the channel. Now let's talk individuality, or the lack of it. Have you ever looked at your outfit and thought, this just doesn't feel like me anymore? Which is crazy because you know you used to love it at one point. Trust me, you're not alone. And that's not random. That's your wardrobe not evolving with your identity. You're not the same person that you was a year ago, but your clothes are still speaking that same old language. When your wardrobe stops speaking your individuality, it's like you're being misrepresented by your own reflection and you start feeling out of place in your own clothes. But do you throw them out? Not necessarily. Remember, you're the CEO, which means you make the executive decisions. See if you can assign those pieces some new jobs. That can mean cutting them up, sewing something on them, adding patches, charms, whatever speaks to you, do that. But if it honestly has no purpose, you may have to get rid of it. Now here's where statement pieces come in. Now statement pieces are gonna be the managers of your corporation. And just like there are different departments in your company, there are different statement pieces for your wardrobe. You have statement pieces for formal wear, casual wear, street wear, but just because they're over different departments doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to work together whenever you want some style contrast if you're looking to change it up. So your job as a CEO is to go in your wardrobe, look for all the statement pieces and make sure that they have more than one job. Now this is gonna depend on your own style, but typically you should be aiming for at least 3 jobs per statement piece. Anything less than that, and you may not get the wear out of it that you really should be getting. And if you do that, you're just gonna be in the same position you was in before. If you want some examples of some style contrast, comment below and I'll make a future video on it to break it down further. So make sure that your managers are doing what they're supposed to be doing. If not, try to give them another job. And if that doesn't work, they gotta go, bro. So we got our essentials, we got our statements, now we just need to tie them all together with transitional pieces. Now, if there's any part of your wardrobe that was a weak area, this is probably it. Now, transitional pieces are gonna bridge the gap between styles. They give like an elevated touch to whatever style that you're rocking at the time, making your look a little bit more intentional. Examples of these pieces would be like an overshirt, tailor-fitted joggers, a slim-fitted bomber, loafers, opting in for a casual boot instead of like a sneaker. It's that little oomph to your outfit that makes people stop, but not as jarring as like a juxtaposed look. Now, these are perfect for trying out new styles that you've been curious about, but you haven't really pulled the trigger on. Transitional pieces are your team leads. They don't hold as much weight as management, but they're still very important to the team. Now, these pieces are gonna start giving your wardrobe new life, making you more excited about getting dressed, especially when them compliments start rolling in. Now, step 4 is all about auditing the fillers. If we're talking business, this would be like checking all the positions in your corporation to make sure that those positions are still valid. So you wanna look through all your clothes and you wanna make sure that they fit into the categories that we mentioned before. Now, I get that this may take some time, but the time that you spend now is gonna pay off huge later on. It's like the ultimate spring cleaning, but once you're done, you're guaranteed to look at your wardrobe differently. And then you can see firsthand where your weak points are and what you're missing. And by doing that, you can make more intentional purchases, knowing with 100% confidence they're gonna work with the rest of your closet. When your closet feels repetitive and stops showing your individuality, it's time to make some changes. When your closet feels refreshed, you will too. Getting dressed is about self-reflection and showing up for yourself. It's about starting your day with alignment and ownership over your identity. But when your wardrobe doesn't support that, it becomes a block, not a boost. And the functional clothing matrix gives you the structure so you can build that. And once you implement it, you stop dressing out of habit and start dressing with purpose. But that's gonna be it for this one. Building a functional clothing matrix is a guaranteed way to help you improve your look and help you choose how you shop for yourself in the future. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know the next time I drop a vid. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.